It's on. Right. Maybe I should put there. There we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for making the time to be here. This is Abhi DhiYogi with some songs, stories, and ideas on today's curation. School is boring. I've heard that quite a bit. I've gone through that as well. So today I figured we'll talk a little bit about what is boring or what gets boring. How to make boring entertaining. And what do I do? So I can continue on the path of growing and learning and whatnot. So some songs and stories and ideas. But before we start, again, my apologies for being late. I believe the infrastructure challenges that I was having over. I had a problem with the internet. So we'll talk more about that as well. Yeah. The problem with the internet. But now, maybe a song. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Whoa, whoa, stand by me. Won't you stand? Won't you stand? Stand by me. When the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountains would crumble to the sea. No, I won't. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Whoa, whoa, stand by me. Won't you stand? Won't you stand? Stand by me. So this problem with the internet that we've been facing, I came to realize I felt like fish out of water when I didn't have data. I mean, I had it on the phone, but the fact that there's no internet felt like that. It's become like a lifeline, I guess. Something to be a little bit aware of, I guess, yeah? Because I didn't realize that I would feel that way just because there's no internet. But I did. And that sort of answers, our first question: what gets boring? The same gets boring after a while. So this internet that we're talking about, information, reading messages and replying, right? Non-stop, 24/7. Information. Conversations. May eventually get boring, I guess. Whatever we do in extreme eventually gets boring. We keep doing the same. After a while, yeah, it may get boring. And just to add to that, how come certain hobbies and certain things, though we do it day in, day out, don't get boring? That will answer as the last point. Yeah. Now we're talking about stuff, especially like school, that gets boring. There are two parts to it. One is we are not challenged, and the second, maybe the lesson holds no interest for our inquisitiveness, for our thought. It doesn't capture it. But entertainment does. A movie, a good movie, right? So why is school boring? Two parts. Not challenging enough and not interesting enough. Maybe the two. But I think the third factor, what's interesting to you may not be interesting to me. What's interesting to me may not be interesting to the other. And in a classroom, we have so many kids. Some might find it interesting and some might not. That's the third factor on why school may be boring, and certain things, same, may get boring. How to make them entertaining? We will talk about that after this song. With you, without you, all I ever do is cry, cry, cry. With you, without you. All I ever do is cry, cry. When you said that you love me well, it took me a while to realize what happened when you said that you hate me back. Took me a while to understand. With you, without you, all I ever do is cry, cry, yeah. Guess I'm cursed, 'cause I want so much. I get what I've asked, then I wish for what I had. With you, without you, all I ever do is cry, cry, cry. You know the song? It's about how I wish for something and I get it. And after I get it, I wish for what I had. It seems to be a catch-22 situation. Like, we wanted to work from home all these years, right? Then we get it, but then it gets boring after a while, not going to school, not meeting our friends, not meeting our colleagues. I mean, it was a good change, but I think a balance needs to set in. So, the answer to how to make the boring entertaining is balance. If the teacher balances the class between what's being taught and a discussion which could be entertaining, it may capture the interest of the students. If the company that had a rule that everyone showed up at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m., right? And went into the online mode or work from home mode, right? Now coming back to everyone coming, into the office, let's say. If they were to change the rules to say, work from home for 2 days and come into the office for 3 days, one example. Balance. I think balance is what makes the boring entertaining. Even if you're a musician, even if you're an artist, even if you're a person who works, in research and, is engrossed in whatever they're doing, if it's not balanced, it'll be boring, and most importantly, it'll be a deterrent for your health and well-being. So balance, I think, is the key. Whatever we are doing. If we're with friends, having fun, then maybe we should also be home and study a little. If we're working too much, then maybe we should take a walk. Especially on a day like this, it's 80 degrees here, Fahrenheit. And after, the winter that we've had and the rains we've had, we learn to appreciate, a nice, beautiful day like this where the sun is out and it's warm. You could wear your shorts if you want, or cotton or linen shirts or t-shirts. Simple things, right? But if I'm too engrossed in my work, where I don't even go out on a day like this, I might call myself a little bit out of balance. So I might need to put a little thought and effort into balancing in that situation. So what makes boring entertaining is a simple thing: balancing. You might get bored with being at home, surrounded by the same people. Go meet your friends. If you're hanging out too much with your friends, then please come and spend some time at home. So, balancing our time, balancing our space, where we are, different places, different people, and balancing between what we do, the tasks, helps the boring become entertaining, because only with balancing we learn, we gain new perspectives. So how do I make a classroom more balanced or entertaining? Suggest it to your teacher. Hey, can we have, a collaboration or a session or whatever by the students where we interact more after a 15-minute lesson or 20 minutes versus, a 40-minute or a 1 hour just class, right? Where the teacher is teaching non-stop. Or something to make the subject a little bit more interesting, whatever it may be. But balancing the class. Or can we go outside and have this class, right? Different things that we can do to get interest or impart or infuse interest into what we would have termed as boring. Balance. How about a song? I'm thinking. All right. ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ಮಂಜಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಸ್ಸಂಜೆ ತಿಳಿ ತಂಪಲ್ಲಿ ಓಲುವೆ ನೀಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡುಗಾಟ ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಎದೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಇಳಿದು ಜನ್ಮಾನದ ಮೌನ ಮುರಿದು ನಿತ್ತು ಉಸಿರನ್ನು ಬಗೆದು ಬಿಸಿ ಉಸಿರನ್ನು ತಗೆದು ನೀವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಆವರಿಸು ನೀ ಬೇಗೆ ಹರಿಸು ಜನ್ಮಾನದ ಉಲ್ಲಾಸ ನೀ ನೆನ್ನೆಗಳು ನೀನೆ ಎಂದೆಂದು ನೀನೆ ಸಖಿ ನನ್ನ ನಾಳೆಗಳು ನೀನೆ ನೆನ್ನೆಗಳು ನೀನೆ ಎಂದೆಂದು ನೀನೆ ಸಖಿ ಆವರಿಸು मैं तुम भी ಆವರಿಸು just ಮಾತಲ್ಲಿ So as I was singing, my attention was all over. I went to the place that I want to go for lunch today. Then I was talking to someone that I would be talking to later, thinking about what I would be saying. Long story short, I wasn't here as much, though I was playing the music. Not 100%. Yeah. So we talked about balance is what makes boring interesting. And I believe it helps us to focus our attention on what we are doing or what we are up to. Whatever it may be. I think it brings attention into the here and now. Just an idea, yeah? And when we bring our attention to whatever or wherever we are, I think we enjoy that moment a little better than when our attention fluctuates, which is always happening, right? You can't control that, but if you accept it, that my attention fluctuates, it'll help us focus. If we try to control it, I think it gets even worse, at least for me, yeah? But if I accept, hey, you know what? I was all over the place when I was singing. That helps me realize, what do I need to do to get my attention back to the here and now, to the singing. So yes, balancing is one part, but then getting the attention to whatever we are doing, to complete that circle of making the boring entertaining or interesting. If we're not attentive, we'll find everything boring because we're never there. If I'm singing and doing this, and if I'm thinking about my lunch and blah blah blah, how can I ever enjoy playing the guitar and singing? And when I'm having my lunch, I'll think about in the afternoon I have to meet this person and blah blah blah, and how would I ever enjoy the lunch that I'm eating? So yes, balancing helps us, right? But more importantly, I think being open and accepting helps to bring the attention to whatever we are doing. I lost my concentration. Let's accept it. Okay, what do I need to do? Okay, I need to focus on this. Okay. Rather than I lost my attention because so-and-so did this or made a sound, blah, 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 different reasons. Rather than diverting to that, okay, I need to focus. I need to bring my attention to where? To the here and now. So let me look at the guitar, listen to the music that I'm playing a little bit better. Huh? so I'm a little bit in tune, I think helps. Being open and accepting to whatever is happening around you and to whatever is happening within, let's say, helps us. So what do I do, to make the boring interesting? One is balance, which is, I think, easy, be it our time, space, and what we do. But whenever we are and wherever we are, how to be there in the here and now is by being open and accepting that my attention fluctuates, it flickers, no problem. Let me just accept it and let me again try. That's about it. Not to fight it, to be in the here and now. How? By being open and accepting. And some things may happen that are out of our control and that are sad and bad or negative. Or they may be positive, success, and good. But whatever may happen, in the here and now, if we accept it, then we learn the lesson in whatever just happened. Oh, I fluctuated as I was singing. I went to here and there and blah, blah, blah. If I accept it, I see the lesson that I have to focus. So I focus on my guitar and my singing. But if I reject it, you know what, this was the reason why I fluctuated and blah, 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 I never come to the here and now or focus. And never learn the lesson that I need to focus and be in the here and now, doing whatever I'm doing. And in that whole exercise, I learn from whatever is happening. And what do I learn? To be a little bit better, to be a little bit more focused in the here and now. So I may enjoy, be it the classroom, or be it at work, or be it eating or playing the guitar. How? By giving the best that I have to whatever I'm doing and learning from the rest, the lesson, so I can be more open and accepting and more balanced. So the effort of balancing leads us to learning and growth, or open and accepting and then learning and growth. And the effort to learn and grow helps us to give our best and learn from the rest, so we may be open and accepting and balanced. And our efforts to be open and accepting of whatever is happening and whatever has happened and what we are going through helps us to learn from whatever has happened or is happening, and more importantly helps us to balance, so everything is connected, perfectly balanced, centered. If we balance, open and learn, we're in the here and now, where in this present nothing is ever boring. So the root cause of boring, I feel and I believe, is whenever I'm not in the here and now, that moment becomes boring. To be in the here and now, I think is the key. And how to be in the here and now? Either balance, open and accept, and learn to give the best and learn from the rest. And boredom will never set in for those. So let me end this conversation and curation with a song, because we'll talk about what we find when we are in the here and now. My love, your love and all that's lost, friend. Everything is meant to merge one day into love. I'm in love, you're in love, all in one love. I'm in love, you're in love, all in one love. Love, love. So balance, open and accepting, and giving the best that we have and learning from the rest. If we practice and try that in our day-to-day, it leads us to here and now, which is never boring, because what we realize is it's filled with love. You know, the trees, the birds, the people, the beach, the wind, the earth, every experience is filled with love, as long as we are in the here and now. And love never gets boring and never gets old. It's eternal. And so is here and now, because even the past happens in the here and now, and the future also happens in the here and now. Everything happens in the here and now. So whatever may be our modes and practices of balancing, opening up and learning, as long as they lead us to the here and now, I think it's in the right direction, because we find something eternal in the here and now, which is love. You know, a word, expression, whatever you want to call it. And love is never boring. So, thank you for making the time and hopefully being in the here and now with these stories, songs, and ideas. It helps me, to practice, by the way, to be in the here and now as I sing and do this or tell stories or whatnot. So thank you for being here and giving the opportunity. Hope to catch you tomorrow, 12 noon CST, on time, hopefully. Until then, you may visit abhi.dhiyogi.org, abhi.dhiyogi.org for the past concerts, books, or anything else, or even to submit questions and requests. Thank you again.